Excel for Agribusiness charts will be the second lesson video for the SBAR lessons. Um, in this case, we're going to start with ineffective chart examples. So I would like to start first with giving examples of ineffective charts and then examples of effective charts in order to see the difference and how this can have an impact in the audience. In this case, for instance, we have a table that has some errors. In this case, a type error, as you can see on the title, which that doesn't look really well for a presentation in this case. Um, Also, we have year in pounds. Year is on the right side instead of the left, and our measurement, in this case, the pounds, they're on the left instead of the right. That's not a really good vision of a table. And but well, moving on to the next guys, right here we have a chart that doesn't have a figure, doesn't have a shape. It's a bit complicated to understand what the person is trying to present in this chart. Going down for annual tomato yield, it's not really clear um, what each color represents. Like it just has numbers, but not really like data on it. Then we have a chart title that we are missing here. Same type error. Uh, this chart doesn't even like explain the difference between both data and same as this one. It's just these are really ineffective chart examples that these are pretty much hard to comprehend. Ejemplos de gráficos ineficaces, como mencioné, tenemos una tabla donde el título tiene un error de ortografía. Igual, nuestro año y nuestras libras están al revés, lo cual así no funcionan las tablas. Primero tendré aquí nuestro año y después nuestras libras, que fue lo que fue la producción de ese año. Siguiendo con los siguientes gráficos, este gráfico no tiene no tiene sentido, no tiene una figura de lo que está representando. Igual aquí con el pie chart no tiene los colores, pero ningún color representa no sé, en este caso el yield. Entonces igual hay una falta de información. Igual con estos títulos malos y está mal distribuido cada gráfico. So now moving to the effective chart examples. As you can see the table, you have a title with the year and the pounds on each year. This looks much better. Then a chart based on this table. As you can see, the line is going well. You can see the ups and downs on the yield. This is a really proper chart and it's really easy to comprehend. Same as this one, it's pretty much the same. It's just a different style, but these are really good type of charts or examples that can be effective when trying to represent your data. Y en este caso, ejemplos gráficos eficaces, como puedes ver la tabla, tiene un título y primero empieza con año y después con tus resultados, en este caso libras. Tenemos el gráfico que tiene sentido, este gráfico está basado en esta tabla y tiene la información correcta. Entonces es un tipo de gráfico que es fácil de entender. Igual con este es lo mismo, solamente lo que cambia es el estilo, pero de igual manera es fácil de entender. The next section will be about rules to make an effective chart. According to the webpage Flowing Data in 2010, these are the 7 basic rules for making charts. In this case, we're going to start with check your data, explain encoding, label axes, include your units, keep your geometry in check, include your sources, and for last, consider your audience. Moviendo a la siguiente sección, tenemos las reglas para hacer un gráfico apropiado según la página web titulada Flowing Data en 2010. Estas son las 7 reglas básicas para hacer gráficos. La primera, consulta tus datos. Después explica la codificación. Etiqueta los ejes, incluye unidades, mantén la geometría bajo control, incluye tus fuentes y considera a tu audiencia. So this will be the webpage for the rules, the 7 rules I just mentioned to you. I'm going to open the webpage. Just click on the link, and this webpage basically helps you to find. In this case, I have the rules down here. Check the data, explain encodings, label axes, including units. All of this can be explained here deeper. So if you want to look for more information, you can find this web page and check your steps. So now we're gonna move to the Excel for Agribusiness chart lesson. First, I would like to start with a quote. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, graphs and charts condense large amounts of information into easy to understand formats that clearly and effectively communicate important points. That's basically the importance of considering charts. Also, charts are highly used in business, in this case, agriculture. And also, for last, it is important to understand and meet the ability to create charts in Excel. This is an alternative way to present your data in a visual and more understandable way. Excel en agronegocios, la lección de gráficos. Primero vamos a comenzar, como mencioné antes, la importancia de los gráficos. En este caso, los gráficos son altamente usados en los negocios. También es importante entender y obtener la habilidad para poder crear gráficos, en este caso, en el programa de Excel. Y por último, esta es una forma de representar tu información en una forma visual y más entendible para posibles, proyectos, presentaciones. Charts in Excel, as considering the software program. The program Excel offers numerous types of charts. Choose the appropriate one based on your data. As you can see here, we have these types of charts: column, line, pie, bar, area, Y, X, scatter, etc. And you can see them here. This is going to be the section of recommended charts based on the program when it's analyzing your data, and you can have the other option, all charts. I'm going to explain this deeper in the next slides. Gráficos en Excel. El programa de Excel ofrece un gran número de tipos de gráficos. Puedes escoger el más apropiado basándote en tu caso, en tu información que estés considerando. Los tipos de gráficos ofrecidos por el software de Excel, tenemos columna, lineal, circulares, barra, área, gráficos, etc. Y en esta sección, al momento de tú seleccionar tu información, el programa te puede analizar esa información y te puede crear un gráfico automáticamente, o igual tú puedes seleccionar que sea de tu gusto. Pero esto lo voy a explicar un poquito mejor en las siguientes diapositivas. But now first, I think it's important to understand the steps to create a chart in the software. I have 5 steps. The first, go to the Insert tab. Don't worry, I'm going to open the software right now, and I'm going to work with you guys. But first, go to the Insert tab, which is going to be right here. Just remember this. And then highlight your data. In this case, I have a table with my data. I highlight it. And now click on the recommended charts, this section right here. You're going to click here on the recommended chart. And you're going to have 2 options, as I mentioned before. Can select a given recommended chart. It's going to be this section, this tab, where the program analyzes the data and throws you the best chart possible. And then we have the other option. You can select the chart that fits better in your data. Ahora hay que empezar primero con lo importante, que es pasos para crear gráficos en el programa de Excel. Primer paso son 5. Primer paso, dirígete a la pestaña de insertar. En el caso si tienes un Excel en inglés, será insert, la pestaña. Seleccionas tus datos. Al momento de tener tu tabla, selecciona los datos y luego da clic a gráficos recomendados, en este caso aquí. Ahora puedes seleccionar gráficos recomendados por el programa, que es esta pestaña, o la otra puedes seleccionar el de tu gusto, que sería en la siguiente pestaña, donde están todos los gráficos. So now we're going to stop right now. We're going to stop this video. Just read the instructions first. These are the instructions for activity part 2. So after analyzing the chart importance and how to create them in Excel, go back to the lesson handout and work on how to create charts in Excel quiz. Once you're done with this, you just continue the video so we can discuss the quiz and the answers. Once we're done with the quiz, we're going to move to the next section, which is farming production cases. And then we're going to follow the instructions on the handout, and I'm also going to read a really brief instruction based on that case in the video. En este caso nos vamos a detener. Estas son las instrucciones para la actividad parte 3. Ahora, después de analizar la importancia de los gráficos y cómo crearlos en Excel, ahorita regresaremos al documento de la lección y comenzaremos a trabajar en el quiz de gráficos en Excel. Una vez que termines con el quiz, le das, quitas la pausa del video para poder hacer para poder analizar el quiz y discutir las respuestas. Después de esto, una vez que termines con el quiz o terminamos de responder y checar todas las respuestas, dirígete a la siguiente sección titulada Farming Production Cases y sigue las instrucciones. So once we're finished with the quiz, this is going to be the activity quiz discussion. So please open or stay on the quiz, and now we're going to review the answers. In this case, number 1, what is the Excel tab that contains the chart option? It's going to be the insert tab. The second, mention at least 3 types of charts. We have column, line, pie, bar, area, X, Y, scatter, histogram, and you guys might have different answers, but I mean, at the end, it's just 3 types of charts. You can consider one of this. And then for the last one, name each of the following charts and briefly explain their difference. So the first one is going to be a column chart, and then the second picture, this is a pie chart, is farming production case. This lesson section provides case tables regarding green chili production yield. Then we have farm labor, and then 300-acre farm data. So the next step is go to the Excel case workbook and open worksheet case number 2. Then analyze the given data and use an appropriate chart for each case. Después de haber checado el quiz, el siguiente paso es el caso de producción agrícola. Esta lección proporciona casos relacionados con producción de chile verde, mano de obra agrícola y, por último, datos de producción sobre un campo de 300 acres. A continuación, abre el libro de trabajo de Excel y selecciona la hoja de cálculo titulada Case 2. Después, analiza los datos proporcionados y usa el gráfico apropiado para cada caso. So now we're going to stop right now, and these are going to be the instructions for the answer key. So once you're done with the farming production case, you can continue the video. The last video section will provide the steps and answers for the farming production case. Por ahorita vamos a detener otra vez el video y leeremos las instrucciones para las respuestas del caso. Puedes continuar el video una vez que termines con el caso de producción agrícola. La última sección del video proporcionará los pasos y respuestas del caso de producción agrícola. Now we're going to go to the farming production case, charts review. In this section, you can see that these are the answers for each case. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work through each of them, and I'm gonna show you how I did them. So open your Excel, and first let's start with the first one. We have the green chili yield. Again, select your data, insert tab. In this case, I'm just gonna go for the recommended charts. Just in this case, I'm going to select the line for the first one. And then the second, again, farm labor, select the title, select your data, same step. In this case, I'm going to choose the clustered column. And for last, again, select my data, and pi. So as you can see, each case basically like demanded a different type of chart in order to represent the data, the given data. First one, since it's like yield of 8 years, I think the line chart is good because you can see the movement between those yields. You can see how much, like the highest yield he can have or the lowest. It's a really good like visual method to use for that case. And then we have a farm labor clustered column using the farmer required weekly in this case. So at the beginning he demanded a lot of people. For 3 weeks he didn't demand the same, and then again he went back. And the last one we have, since we have a 300-acre farm and there's different crops in that farm, I need to find a way to see represent the area that each crop is using out of those 300 acres. So as you can see here, the crop with the highest acres will be pecans. And yeah, so this is how I created my charts in the Excel program. Y como mencioné, esta es la revisión de gráficos de casos de producción agrícola, y estas son las respuestas que obtuve. Y como se pudo ver en el video, así fue la forma en la que yo creé cada uno. Pero bueno, eso es todo. And these are some of the references for the data that I used, and also this is for the 7 basic rules, and then for the quote. And well, thank you.